Good morning, everyone. I'm Grayson. I'm going to be teaching you how to make my dad's famous broccoli. A little intro is that growing up, I've cooked with my dad and my grandma, and they both are very southern style cooking, so it's really comfort food and it's delicious. And I've also recently been cooking with my dad every night because I'm trying to learn all his recipes because we're going to college and we're going to need to know how to cook for the rest of our lives. So I've been cooking a lot recently, and my favorite food right now is my dad's famous broccoli. And it's really easy to make, so I'm going to show you guys. Your first step will be heating up your cast iron skillet. I like to heat it up on high, and then we'll turn it down later. Then you turn your fan on so you don't smoke up your house. First things first, we're gonna cut up the broccoli. Personally, I think broccoli is better when it's in smaller pieces, just because it gets more seasoned, it gets more burnt, and that's just how I like it. But if you don't like it that way, you can make it bigger. I also like to cut up the stem part of the broccoli because it's really good for you and it makes you waste less of the food. This is about how big I like to cut my broccoli. Once your cast iron skillet gets hot enough, you take the broccoli and you put it in the cast iron skillet. The first step is putting some olive oil in the pan with the broccoli. Then you put some garlic powder. Next is crushed red pepper. And this is depending on how spicy you like it. Then a generous pinch of salt. And 2 pinches of crushed pepper. Here's the secret ingredient, sesame oil. Just a little bit goes a long way. Then you top it off with a little more olive oil, and then you mix. In my family, we have 2 well-seasoned cast iron skillets. I advise all of you guys to start seasoning a cast iron skillet when you're young so that you can have it for the rest of your life. And the more food you cook on it, the better the food will taste because a seasoned cast iron skillet is better than one that hasn't been used. One thing about southern cooking is there's really no measurements and there's really no time. So I don't cook my broccoli for a certain amount of time, and I also don't measure how much pepper or salt I put in. It's really just based off eyeballing it. And you can't mix your broccoli around too much or else it won't get crispy. And it's a lot better when it's crispy. But you have to mix around sometimes. In my family, we like to clean as we cook, so the mess isn't as big at the end. While the broccoli is cooking, I like to roll my lemon, and then I cut it. Always have to take a break to pet the cats. Okay, it's been about 12 to 15 minutes, and it's still cooking on high heat. But before it's done, I like to top it off with some lemon. Again, this is to taste, so however much lemon you like, you can put on. And then I let it cook for about 2 or 3 more minutes after I put the lemon on. Okay, it's been about 3 more minutes and I'm gonna take it off and turn the heat off. Here it is on the plate, and I like to garnish it with a little more lemon. Now time for a taste test. 10 out of 10. In conclusion, broccoli is an amazing vegetable that I hated on my whole life, and healthy foods are good if you know how to cook them. And learning how to cook staple pieces in meals like broccoli is an important life skill, and I hope you guys liked my recipe, and I hope you use it because it's easy and delicious. Bye!